Not every new car is a hit. While some fly off dealership lots, others sit there collecting dust. Whether it's bad reliability, outdated tech, or just a price that doesn't make sense, some models just don't sell. In 2025, a surprising number of cars, ranging from budget-friendly sedans to luxury EVs, found themselves struggling to attract buyers. Let's dive into the 15 new cars that just aren't selling this year. Coming in at number 15, we have the Fisker Ocean. This all-electric SUV had a lot of promise when it first hit the market, with an eye-catching design and unique features like the massive rotating touchscreen and California mode, which drops all the windows at once for an open-air feel. But despite its stylish appeal, the Ocean struggled to gain traction. Software glitches plagued early models, and quality issues, particularly in the interior, left buyers disappointed. Add to that Fisker's financial troubles, which eventually led to the company's bankruptcy, and it's no surprise the Ocean sales came to a screeching halt. Next up at number 14 is the Infiniti Q50. This sedan stuck around for over a decade with only minor updates, but time eventually caught up with it. While its twin-turbo V6 still packed a solid punch, the outdated tech and interior left it trailing behind competitors like the BMW 3 Series and Audi A4. Infiniti's struggles as a brand also didn't help. Fewer new buyers were willing to take a chance on a car that hadn't evolved much. By 2025, the Q50 was officially phased out, closing the chapter on one of Infiniti's last remaining sedans. Coming in at number 13 is the Jaguar E-Pace. When Jaguar first introduced this subcompact luxury SUV, it seemed like a smart move. Small, stylish, and aimed at city drivers who wanted something premium yet practical. But it never quite lived up to expectations. The ride was harsher than many rivals. The tech felt clunky, and its price tag pushed buyers toward better options like the BMW X1 or Volvo XC40. Over time, Jaguar shifted focus towards EVs, and with slow sales dragging it down, the E-Pace quietly disappeared from the lineup. At number 12, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee. This SUV's been a household name for years, but the 2025 model ran into some major hurdles. Reliability issues, especially with the suspension and electrical systems, frustrated owners, and fuel economy wasn't exactly great either. Jeep's reputation for rugged capability usually carried the Grand Cherokee, but with more reliable alternatives on the market, sales started to dip. By 2025, it was clear that Jeep needed to rethink its approach, and the Grand Cherokee became one of the least sold models of the year. At number 11, we have the Volkswagen Jetta. For years, the Jetta was known as a solid, affordable sedan with European styling and a comfortable ride. But by 2025, it was struggling to keep up. One of its biggest issues? Reliability. Reports of braking system failures and unpredictable electronic malfunctions started piling up, making buyers wary. On paper, the fuel economy was decent at around 6.9 liters per 100 kilometer, but that wasn't enough to save it. In a market increasingly shifting toward crossovers and hybrids, the Jetta found itself stuck in the past. Despite its name recognition, slow sales and growing competition from Japanese and Korean brands sealed its fate. Number 10 is the Nissan Frontier. This midsize truck had a strong following, but the 2025 model just couldn't keep up with the competition. While its rugged look and V6 engine appealed to truck enthusiasts, ongoing transmission issues and body hardware problems frustrated owners. Add in a fuel consumption rate of 13.2 liters per 100 kilometers, it was far from efficient for its class, and it became clear why buyers were looking elsewhere. With rivals like the Toyota Tacoma and Ford Ranger offering better reliability and modern tech, the Frontier struggled to find its place. For those in the market for a capable truck, there were simply better options. Next up at number 9 is the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. This extended wheelbase version of the Grand Cherokee was supposed to offer a more family-friendly take on the classic Jeep SUV. In theory, more seats and extra cargo space should have made it a winner. In reality, it inherited many of the same issues as the standard Grand Cherokee. Suspension problems, electrical failures, and a fuel consumption rate of 12.3 meters per 100 kilometer made it a tough sell. Plus, with three-row SUVs becoming increasingly competitive, the Grand Cherokee L had trouble standing out. By 2025, it was clear that Jeep's formula wasn't working, and sales reflected that. At number 8, we have the Rivian RIT. When Rivian first introduced its electric pickup, it was hailed as a game changer, a futuristic truck with off-road capability and a 480-kilometer range. But a few years in, cracks started to show. Reliability issues plagued the climate control and drive systems, leading to costly repairs that scared off potential buyers. And while EVs were gaining ground, the price tag on the RIT made it hard to justify, especially with more affordable electric trucks entering the market. What was once a highly anticipated vehicle ended up struggling to keep pace, leading to slow sales in 2025. Number 7 is the Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid. Volvo has built a reputation for safe, stylish, and luxurious vehicles. And on the surface, the XC60 seemed like a great choice for buyers looking for an efficient yet premium SUV. But once customers got their hands on it, things didn't go as planned. The hybrid system, which was supposed to deliver strong fuel efficiency, ended up being a headache for many owners. Battery issues, inconsistent charging performance, and unpredictable electric range made it less appealing than rivals like the Toyota RAV4 Prime or Lexus RX Hybrid. At 8.4 liters per 100 kilometer, its fuel economy wasn't bad, but when you factor in high repair costs and reports of software glitches, it became clear why buyers started looking elsewhere. Next up at number 6, we have the Ford F-150 Hybrid. The idea of a hybrid F-150 sounded great, better fuel efficiency without losing the truck's legendary capability. But in reality, the hybrid version struggled to win over buyers. A big part of the problem was reliability. The electrical system and transmission weren't as bulletproof as traditional gas-powered F-150s, and reports of expensive repair bills started to circulate. On top of that, its 11.8 liters per 100-kilometer fuel consumption, while an improvement over the standard V8, wasn't enough to justify the added complexity and cost of the hybrid system. At number 5, we have the Volkswagen Taos. This compact SUV seemed like a smart addition to VW's lineup, offering a smaller, more affordable alternative to the Tiguan. But from the start, it ran into problems. The biggest issue, reliability. Owners reported persistent problems with the engine, transmission, and braking system, leading to costly repairs and frustrating experiences. For a brand trying to rebuild trust after the Dieselgate scandal, this wasn't a good look. By 2025, sales went down badly because no one wanted to associate themselves with this car. Next up at number 4 is the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Minivans have always had a tough time competing with SUVs, but the Pacifica Hybrid was supposed to offer something unique. Family-friendly space with the added benefit of plug-in hybrid efficiency. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. Owners started reporting serious issues with the battery and electric motor, leading to costly repairs and extended downtime. When a minivan's meant to be a reliable, stress-free family vehicle, that kind of uncertainty is a deal breaker for many buyers. Fuel efficiency was another point of frustration. While the Pacifica Hybrid was supposed to offer a significant improvement over traditional minivans, its 8.7 liters per 100-kilometer fuel consumption wasn't enough to offset the concerns about long-term reliability. Coming in at number 3, we have the Chevrolet Malibu. Once a staple in the midsize sedan market, the Malibu's been hanging on for years with minimal updates. By 2025, it was clear that its time was running out. While it wasn't necessarily a bad car, it'd become outdated compared to its competitors. The interior felt cheap, the infotainment system lagged behind rivals, and its 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, while decent on fuel at 7.8 liters per 100 kilometer, wasn't enough to excite buyers. buyers. But the real problem? The market had moved on. Mid-size sedans had been on a steady decline for years, with buyers opting for SUVs instead. At number 2, we have the Tesla Model X. When it first debuted, the Model X was one of the most advanced electric SUVs on the market, packed with futuristic tech and its signature falcon wing doors. But by 2025, its appeal had faded. The biggest issue? Price. With a starting cost of over $100,000, the Model X simply wasn't competitive anymore. Newer electric SUVs from brands like Rivian and Lucid, and even legacy automakers like Mercedes-Benz and BMW were offering more for less. Not only that, many owners found themselves dealing with costly repairs. And with Tesla's customer service often criticized for being slow and frustrating, some buyers decided it just wasn't worth the hassle. As a result, sales plummeted, and by 2025, the Model X was one of Tesla's worst-selling vehicles. And at number 1, we have the Maserati Greycall. Maserati's attempt at entering the luxury SUV market looked promising at first. Sleek Italian styling, a premium interior, and a lineup of powerful engines, including an all-electric option, but despite all that, it failed to attract buyers. The biggest reason? Value. With a starting price of around $65,000, the Greycall was more expensive than many competitors. Yet, it didn't offer much more in terms of performance, reliability, or features. Speaking of reliability, Maserati's history of quality issues didn't do the Greycall any favors. Owners reported frequent electrical problems, infotainment system crashes, and transmission quirks that made owning a car frustrating. Don't stop following us. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more of our videos.